Hello, my name is Dr. Stuart Yeager. I'm a chiropractic physician specializing in holistic health and wellness care. I'm here to talk to you about stress and removing abnormal emotional patterns. There are different kinds of stress. There's physical stress, comes from overactivity, injuries, surgeries, mental emotional stress coming from divorce, money problems, abuse, work problems, chemical stress coming from smoke, drugs, pesticides, fake foods, heavy metals and infections, and then there's thermal stress coming from heat and cold. It's been found that 52% of executives actually die from stress-related conditions. Stress affects the body's homeostasis, which means it can affect physical symptoms like fibromyalgia, infections, allergies, and cancer, autoimmune disease. Then there's psychological stress, which is anxiety, sleeping problems, depression, hyperactivity and agitation. And then there's adrenaline type of problems, which are headaches, colitis, high blood pressure, ulcers. There's different signs and symptoms of stress, and that would be like allergies and fatigue, high blood pressure, depression, anxiety, a weakened immune system, headaches, hormonal imbalance. Now, emotional stress comes from our own perception of what is really going on. We're talking about fears and phobias, self-limiting beliefs, self-sabotage, distortional beliefs, and anger. Now, stress leads to chemical changes in our body that causes inflammation. The inflammation causes fibrosis, degenerative joint disease, pain, vascular problems, immune system problems, which affects our body's ability to fight off infections, and also allergies. Now, there are three different phases of stress, and the first phase being the alarm phase, then the resistance, and the exhaustive phase. In the alarm stage, our body's subject to stress, but our body's still healthy and it's able to compensate for that, so the cortisol levels go back to normal very readily right after the stress is over. More sustained stress and multiple stresses can lead to actual hyperactivity, which starts to break down the body so it overly reacts. Now, if that's for a long enough period of time, and sustained period of time, and severe enough stresses, it can lead to exhaustion, where it goes to underactivity, and that's where the pathology changes occur. Now, stress causes inflammation, diabetes, malnutrition, poor wound healing, low resistance, leaky gut, which is digestive problems, and also allergies. So what is the big deal? Well, the whole purpose of all this is that chronic degenerative diseases are not genetic. In other words, we have control. We're not doomed by our genes. So they can be corrected and challenged and reversed and stopped by just correcting our lifestyle changes and the foods and the things that we put into our body. So behaviors that lead to adrenal burnout are things like skipping meals, eating processed foods and junk foods, fake foods, caffeine, sugar, drugs, not getting enough sleep. Worrying is another big one. Now, we need to have enhancing experiences, and a whole library of them. We're talking about singing, humming, listening to good music, getting enough sleep, eliminating caffeine out of our lives, and having a fun experience every day. Now, when we have these positive experiences in our life, then it has a huge effect on our immune system. So it rebuilds the immune system, rejuvenates the immune system for up to 3 days. So signs and symptoms of this stress are like colds, feeling emotional numbness, having a short fuse, feeling helpless, feelings like always things are going wrong, having a guilty feeling, or unexplained health conditions. Now, there are nutrients that can be helpful, like vitamin C, the B vitamins, and there's certain amino acids and herbals that can be helpful, but we want to get rid of those automatic negative thoughts. We're talking about the negative thoughts and feelings like fortune telling, blaming, labeling, just having negative thoughts in our mind, and changing those or replacing those with positive experiences, positive people that provide positive build-up within our mind and our brain. So we need to develop people skills and have people that do build that up. Surround yourselves with great smells and a whole library of good memories, like exercising, going on vacation, reading a good book. Now, there are 7 deadly fears, and we call these fears actually false evidence appearing real. There's the fear of failure, fear of not making a living, fear of loss of loved ones, fear of rejection, fear of illnesses, fear of breaking some authority's rules, and fear of not being smart or good enough. And one of the ways to get rid of those fears is using the 5-minute phobia cure, which changes the software in the brain on how it runs so it no longer has these fears. There's also something you can do. It's called positive point therapy, which takes an experience or an event that is occurring now or in the past and takes that stress of that event and makes it so it's less stressful, so that it's not so traumatizing to your emotions. There are many different kinds of emotional release treatments, included that we do in our office, are the color therapy, the sound therapy. There's the anger release using a balloon. There's couples integration for couples and relationships that are not in good harmony, using the love languages and the flower formulas. Now, removing emotional stress is just a 4th of the 6 steps to wellness. And when we follow these steps, it helps one to achieve optimal health. For more information, give our office a call at 801-943-3355 or go to our website at www.dryeager.com.